Hello, hey there, and happy Baby Friday, or Thursday, as some people call it. We're so excited to have you here. I'm Mireya Garcia.
Hey, I'm Carly Henderson. I never really heard Baby Friday until I got to Seattle. I don't know if this is a regional thing, but I'm down for it. We've got a great show ahead today. We also want to remind you about our big show in Puyallup tomorrow. So we're going to be live at the Taste Northwest Food Festival on the fairgrounds. We cannot wait. We're going to eat all the food and have so much fun.
Yes, we want to meet you after the show. Brian, Carly, and I are going to be hosting a little meet and greet. We can high five, take some pictures. We'll be there from 11:30 to 12:30. And, you know, it's totally free to get into the festival, so we certainly hope to see you there.
Yes, I cannot wait.
Hey, you know, we're starting off with kind of a tough one, and this is an issue that we have been talking about for a while now. Kelsey Ballerini is the latest artist to be hit by something while performing, and that is according to Billboard, okay? So while singing her song, If You Go Down, I'm Going Down Too, in Boise, Idaho, last night, someone in the audience, they threw something at her face. Unbelievable. Okay, so she walked off, later returned and addressed what happened. And, you know, she said that all she cares about is having a safe space for everybody, encourage fans to reach out. And, you know, she doesn't want anybody to be feeling unsafe, as she told people not to be throwing things, my goodness. And she asked the crowd to help her host a safe environment for everyone. Carly, we are just hearing about this too often.
I know. This is not okay. This has to stop right now. And we have to remember, too, I mean, obviously, none of us are doing this, and I imagine you're not doing this if you're watching this, but some people could potentially ruin the experience of going to concerts for everybody, which is not okay. It is a treat, not a right, to go to a concert. Yes. And do you really want to interact with your favorite artist by hitting them in the face with something and hurting them?
Terrible.
Absolutely not. This has to stop. I feel like Kelsey addressed it in the nicest way possible. She actually left the stage. She took a minute. She composed her thoughts, and then she came back and was like, guys, like you said, just very reasonable, we're going to have fun. I want to control this environment and have it be a good one for you. So I would have been a lot more shaken up than she was, but I hope people will listen to her, because this is not cool, and this is not a trend that we want to keep having to talk about. It's not all right.
Absolutely. And I do want to say that a small portion of the Studio 13 Live team did go to her concert at Chateau Ste. Michelle. And I want to say, just like rando shout out about how proud I am of all the folks that went there, because she had a little studio or a stage B, and people were very close to her. They were able to really get close to her, and nothing happened. And that's really what it should be. I really hope that we can stay away from this, because can you imagine if we have to start going to concerts and they're like covered with plexiglass or something like that?
No, because some artists would happily not perform live. Like, not everybody likes performing live. They do it as a gift to the fans. They also make some good money from touring. But still, like, you know, a lot of people might want to step away. They might be scared to go there, because I don't want things flying at my face if I was an artist. So hopefully this stops now.
Absolutely. Hey, Madonna, though, currently still hospitalized in New York City. So her longtime manager saying that the 64-year-old developed a serious bacterial infection, and that means that she spent several days in the ICU. But the good news is that she is expected to make a full recovery. Of course, this unfortunately comes ahead of her 84-show tour that was set to kick off in mid-July in Seattle, actually. That tour has now been postponed while she recovers. So we don't have a whole lot of info right now as to what's going to happen next.
Yeah, oh man, I hope that she's going to be okay. Bacterial infections are no joke. That can be very serious. So I'm glad she's resting and recovering, because that's what she needs to do. All right, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend have a new member of the family. These two have welcomed their son, Ren Alexander Stevens, via surrogate earlier this week. The couple's new arrival just comes 5 months after the family welcomed baby Esty. So Teigen shared the news on Instagram, explaining her choice for surrogacy after losing their son in 2020. She wrote, "Our hearts and our home are officially full into our Jack. We know both their angel kisses are from you." Oh
my goodness.
Oh, so happy for their family. I have to say, 4 kids now in that family. I'm one of 4. We were just feral children. We were wild. That was going to be like a fun, very vivacious, very bubbly household for them to grow up in. And, you know, it's great to have siblings. My brother is coming to visit me this weekend. So it is such a joy, especially as you get older and, you know, you just have so much in common with a lot of people do with their siblings. I do. So, yeah, I'm excited excited for their family.
I am excited. It does, you know, kind of make you wonder about the timing, whether, you know, they decided to give surrogacy a try before they got a beautiful surprise. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
But either way, so happy for them.
So happy for them.
Hey, several celebrities received a special invite. What an invite, too, to join the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. And that includes Taylor Swift, oh my goodness, Keke Palmer, Austin Butler, too, and of course, Abel Tesfaye, formerly known as The Weeknd. So nearly 400 artists and executives have been selected to join the Academy. They were, of course, invited for their distinguished contribution to motion pictures. Can you imagine getting that invite?
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I feel like Taylor Swift is going to be directing major motion pictures in the future.
Oh, well, with the videos.
I could definitely see it happening. Her music videos, I love the ones that she directs herself too. They're so good and so iconic. Makes me want to go back and watch them right now. But more from Taylor, especially more from Keke Palmer too. Man, I love everything she has to say. So this is a really exciting honor for them. This is great.
It is. You know, I do wonder, though, there's always so much criticism with the Academy Awards, you know, related to how diverse the pool of nominees and winners is. And I'm curious to see, as a newer generation becomes a part of the Academy, what we'll get there.
Yeah. Switching it up a little bit, Madame Tussauds has announced that it will launch not just one, but 7 brand new Harry Styles wax figures at their museums around the world. So details about the looks will be under wraps until their mid-July launch. However, Madame Tussauds says that the 7 figures will sport head-turning looks from recent years with iconic concert costumes, tour outfits, and red carpet showstoppers. I cannot wait to see the outfits they come up with. The face, though, I'm nervous about. We've all seen those wax figures that just do not quite hit like we want them to look for our favorite celebrities. It's really funny, actually. Like, I think it's hilarious when they come out because celebrities are so celebrated and, like, we worship them. So it's actually kind of funny when we see how they come out. But that Harry Styles face is just such a work of art. I hope we can get it. Hope we can get it right this time.
One of my favorite things you've ever said, man cleave. Do we think the outfit is going to be that like low cut number that Harry was wearing for a lot of concerts?
I'm picturing like sparkly bell bottom pants. His style is everything. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see it. We all remember the big red boots, of course. Oh my gosh, I feel like we used to talk about that so much when those hit the scene. But now a tiny green bag from the same brand has sold for a lot of money. So take a look at this. The microscopic handbag. What? That's so tiny. This is the first time I'm seeing this picture. From Mischief, sold at auction for $63,000. This mini bag features Louis Vuitton's signature monogram, which the company reportedly did not get permission to use. While the bag will not fit more than a crumb inside, Mischief says that it's closer to art and, a statement on the lengths that people will go for a luxury bag. Are you getting this one? Are you going to order it when it comes out?
You know, I don't have the cash, if I'm honest. But
it's so ugly.
$63K, is that what you said?
It's so,
oh my gosh, so
Wild.
expensive. Oh my goodness. I love that they're calling it a comment on X, Y, and Z, but they took the money.
They took the money and somebody paid that money. So if that person paid that money and then is hearing that it was just basically, oh, we can't believe people are spending this much, they might want to get a refund and return that. If you can return things to auction. I don't know how that works.
What if you sneeze?
Right?
She's gone.
She's gone. You're never going to see. You're going to have to get your magnifying glass and look around. Where is it? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
And I wonder if there will be knockoffs soon because, those big red boots, Walmart now sells them.
That's right.
Shein now sells them. Are we going to see little microscopic bag knockoffs?
We'll see.
Might be getting a package of air.
That's a wild one. Okay. So a woman on Reddit is going viral after sharing her experience during a 14-hour flight to London. I hope you're not eating anything, okay, everybody? So she woke up from an in-flight nap to see the person that she was sitting next to brushing their teeth. Yep. The person apparently spit into a cup, shook the dang toothbrush to air dry it, and then kept the cup nearby for like 4 hours, even though the restroom was apparently only 3 rows away. I'm so shook. What would you do?
Well, here's the thing. As somebody who likes to brush my teeth a lot, I like to have clean teeth. I don't want to feel sugar on my teeth. I probably brush my teeth 3 to 4 times a day. But I have gone to brush my teeth on an airplane to the bathroom before, and on the way back, the flight attendant saw me, and she stopped me, and she said, do not use that water in there. It is not potable water. It is not safe. It is not, filtered. Do not brush your teeth with the bathroom water. I would not be sitting at my seat brushing my teeth because that is disgusting, and definitely not shaking around a wet toothbrush around the people around me. But you're not supposed to do it in the bathroom, so maybe she just thought that person's sleeping next to me. I'm just gonna give it a quick brush and then I don't know.
But to hold the cup, that's what trips me up.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, just go dump that thing. Oh my goodness.
Gross. Get this. So, a lot of us are going to weddings right now. More newlywed couples are asking for cash on their wedding registry to help pay for their first house. With sky-high housing prices and soaring mortgages, couples are saying that they needed the added help to buy their first homes instead of traditional gifts. It turns out gifts like fine china are out. I'm not really that surprised by that, to be honest. And cash is at the top of the list. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, don't get me plates. Don't get me plates. I mean, I think cash, especially as you were saying, in the current state of the economy, is A-okay.
It's definitely okay. It makes it easier as the wedding goer. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? As someone, as a guest who attends, makes it easier for me. I'm not sifting through your registry, finding fine napkins and new towels for your bathroom. The thing is, a lot of couples, they live together before they get married anyway. So the thing you're buying them, while they might want it, it's just probably an upgrade of something that they already have. They probably already have bed sheets. They probably already have, plates, whatever it is. So just make it easy. I'm happy to just give you, the money.
Yeah,
and you go enjoy your first house.
Yeah, that is so great. Although with down payments nowadays, I don't know that it's going to be the full. I went to a wedding once where a Wii, the video game, the Wii, that was on the registry. Because the couple had lived together for a while and they had all the stuff. So they had like an online option to donate money and then just like cool stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, and they even had like a giant Costco-sized box of mac and cheese. They were just having fun with it.
That's
they were
a good
just having
time right there.
All right, still ahead, we are checking in with our friends Jody and Bender from 95.7 The Jet.
Yeah, what the Space Needle and Empire State Building are doing to celebrate Sleepless in Seattle's 30th anniversary right after the break.
I wanna see.
Hey, welcome back. So Fall Out Boy is here doing some things, okay? They did a cover of Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire, and they even got some new lyrics.
Yeah, so here to share all the details, our friends Jody and Bender from 95.7 The Jet. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Good to see you. So are you fans of the original song?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Of course.
The song was #1 back in December of 1989, same year as Taylor Swift was born.
Okay.
And think about
Nice. Okay.
Thanks, Bender. You know
And
your
think about
audience.
this. Taylor Swift gets mentioned in the new Fall Out Boy. So it's not really a cover of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Reimagining.
Call it. It's been reimagined because they completely wrote new lyrics. Now, if you remember, Billy Joel wrote a chronological order of a timeline of events, news events, pop culture events, world events, and so on, and jammed it all into like 3.5 minutes. Fall Out Boy said, I'm going to pick up the slack. We're going to pick up the slack from 1989 to present day. So here is just a snippet of their reimagined We Didn't Start the Fire.
Ice cold events got no ice, fire fest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K, Forrest Johnson, Briggs, and Kanye West and Taylor Swift, Stranger Things, Tiger King, Ever Given Suit.
I like it.
I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? Do you like this version?
I'm obsessed with it. Bender has a problem with it. I'll go ahead. I'll get in front of what he's about to do because he's really mad because it's not chronological. Because they do sort of throw out all of these details and historic events and cool pop culture things, but none of them are in chronological order. If you're that kind of person who gets upset about that, you're on Bender's team. If you're casual and he's crazy, you're with me.
Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire, brilliant in its writing, and everything is in chronological order. Fall Out Boy covers all of the events, all of the big time people, places, things, everything from 1989 to present day, but none of it is in chronological order. And it's very weird to listen to it because things are just all over the place, and that drives me crazy.
Isn't that what life feels like right now, though? Everything's just coming at you.
Yeah. You know, I had a really cool history teacher. It was in 7th grade, and she played us this song and printed out the lyrics, and we went through all of it. So maybe kids today are going to be listening to the Fall Out Boy version.
Absolutely. As long as it's redone in order, if somebody wants to edit it and put it in proper order, that would work.
Listen to the boomer. Millennials are so lazy. Put it in order.
Oh, mic drop.
No shade to the boomers out there. Hey, the Space Needle and the Empire State Building, quite the team up, okay, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Sleepless in Seattle. What's all this about?
Well, it makes sense. You're familiar with the movie, obviously. You know, Sleepless in Seattle took place in Seattle, and they met up at the Empire State Building, and now they're celebrating their 30th anniversary of the Nora Ephron Classic.
It's weird because in the Fall Out Boy song, it gets mentioned after Iron Man, which is really
so upsetting. It's very Festivities kick off tomorrow with an event in the Sunset called It's a Sign, where the Empire State Building and the Space Needle are going to be lit up in lavender and red, which is just a start because then it gets crazy. There's a sweepstakes going on, offering a 6-night trip to both cities, a free Saturday showing of Sleepless in Seattle here at the Mural Amphitheater, and a showing at the Empire State Building. But wait, there's more.
Oh.
Because if you're a visitor between today and July 3rd to the Space Needle, you take a picture of yourself, #Sleepless30, and you get a free drink. There's the Baltimore Sun, the Teddy Bear, the Never Settle, and the Sleepless in Seattle Martini.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so cool.
It's totally fun.
Good reminder to watch that movie again, too.
There you go.
Jody and Bender, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, friends. All right, don't forget, you can catch Jody and Bender weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on 95.7 The Jet.
Coming up on Studio 13 Live, the new Capitol Hill Farmers Market. That starts in July.
Yes, we're going to give you a look at one of the fresh fruit vendors right after the break.
They brought
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
Hey, welcome back. It's cherry season, my favorite season, and the best place to get your fresh fruit is none other than your local farmers market.
Yes, and this is so exciting because the Capitol Hill neighborhood is getting their own farmers market starting July 11th. Oh, so exciting. And we have Catherine here, Director of Communications and Development, along with one of the farmer vendors. Arturo, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
So happy to have you here. Okay, so each of the farmers markets in our region, they have their own special charm. So talk to us a little bit about the locations and what you're so excited about regarding this new location.
Well, sure. We've got locations in Seattle. We've got year-round at Capitol Hill, West Seattle, and the U District. And then what just happened is all the seasonal markets just started opening. So Lake City, Finney, Magnolia, and Columbia City. So we're really excited because now we've got a second day for Capitol Hill. So on Tuesdays from 3 to 7, you can stop there, and it's going to be like the commuter market. You can come and get your seasonal fruits and vegetables, produce, things like that.
So exciting. Okay, so July 11th is the date it all starts, right? So from 3 to 7 p.m., like you said, give us the rundown on the kind of vendors people can expect when they come there.
Well, we want you to come in there to feel like you can do your weekly shopping. So you can get your fruits, your vegetables, your pastas. There's going to be bakery. Get some fresh flowers because this is the time of the year when you want to treat yourself to some fresh flowers every year. There'll be desserts. And the great thing is you just come out of the light rail and the market is right there. So, come shop on your way home. Make it really easy.
That's
handy,
great.
yeah,
Yeah, and Capitol Hill's so walkable too, so it's
Yes.
perfect for that.
Absolutely. And of course, one of the vendors here with us today, Arturo, you're a farmer and you are going to have some cherry tastings as well.
Yes, we are. So we grow a lot of cherries, a lot of stone fruit. And so give you guys an idea of, there are over 1,200 different types of cherries.
What?
I did not
I
know
did
that.
not know that until, anyhow, the most common ones on the sweet side, which known as a dark cherry, is known as a Bing cherry, which is this beautiful Bing. And it is named after the inventor, Al Bing. He was a Chinese, and it was actually invented or found in Oregon, in Milwaukee, Oregon. in 18 something, back in the 1800s. And then the popular Rainier, this is a cross between a Van and a Bing.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they cross them, and this is the most popular, I'm going to say, snack cherry.
Yeah.
Very rare, very difficult to grow. The skin is very different between this one and that one. So the wind, the rain, it bruises very easy. It's actually, the birds love them. So we lose literally about 1/3 of the crop just to the birds.
Wow.
And we have literally, we can have hundreds of trees right next to it and not even touch them.
Oh my gosh.
That's why they're so more expensive. We color, I mean, we pick by color, by size. So we want to bring you guys the best.
Yeah. Oh,
and
wonderful.
because this is one, I mean, very unique cherry.
Yeah.
We also have another cherry that we grow. This is known as a tart cherry, very the opposite of that one.
Of this one. These are very sweet.
Tart
thank
for
you.
pies or anything that you want.
Let's see.
And we're one of the few growers in Washington that have this. But you will find them this weekend in all the markets.
I love the variety.
Sour candy.
Yeah, but when
Sour candy.
when you have that many, like I said, over 900, 1,200. These are
Different types,
the most popular.
It's funny because my brain sees this and I love like nectarines and peaches, and I start thinking it tastes that way, even though it's not that.
Yes, but this one is it is the most popular. Like I said, the sweet cherry in the world. You will find Bings all over the stores again because it is a sweet, juicy, and tastes great.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Thanks
you
for
so
bringing
much.
us these. Arturo, Catherine, thanks. Come see us again, and you can bring us cherries anytime.
cherries,
I love these. We posted more info on the new farmers market in Capitol Hill up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
And still ahead, Basil Gordon is launching her new show, Back to Basa, on Fox 13 this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to be chatting all about some of the fun segments and guests that you can expect to see on her show. Be right back.
I wanna see you smile.
Hey, I'm Basil Gordon. You may have heard my voice on Hits 106.1 or seen me on Converge Media, but now I'm coming to TV. I'm hosting the newest show on Fox 13 called Back to Basa.
Oh my gosh. I'm just saying how cool Basa is, okay? There's an icon with us in the studio right now. You know that voice from radio, and you know her, of course, social media, pop culture queen. But starting this weekend, you'll also know her as that cool lady with a TV show. Basil Gordon is going to be on Fox 13. You have so much going on.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Basil Gordon, welcome. So excited to be chatting with you.
You too.
So the new show, it's launching this weekend.
Yes.
What can people expect from the show?
Everything Basa vibes, man. Anything that I find interesting, we're doing it. All the stuff I love, we're doing it. All the people I think are dope, I'm absolutely talking with them.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be exactly what I want it to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially now that I'm like seeing the episodes and we're making the segments. I'm excited for you guys
What's
to see it.
an example of like Basa vibes?
Shoot, I love doing things with people that, first of all, I love doing new things. So one of the segments on the show is called Never Have I Ever. So one of the guests on the first show is DJ Trunks. He is actually the official DJ for the Seattle Kraken, the Storm. He also does stuff with All Rain, and my good friend has never been to the zoo. So, you know, for me, I like trying new foods. I like trying new things. And for this show, I wanted to bring other people with me to where they can also do different things, but also see different things that you can do in the city. I think people are always like, oh, what's there to do in Seattle? And I'm like, there's plenty to do in Seattle.
Yes.
Lots to do.
And Basa, you have called this show a love letter to your city.
Yes.
So talk to me about why you wanted to develop this concept and what people can expect to feel when they watch.
I think it's because, you know, like we were saying earlier, I really am from Seattle, born and raised, went to John Muir Elementary, Mercer Middle School, Meany Middle School, graduated from Cleveland High School, like, you know, grew up in the Central District, 19th and Cherry. So this really is my city. Like, this is my home. So to be able to highlight the dope things that are happening in the city, to be able to highlight the dope people, talk about new restaurants that are opening, I just want for people to understand Seattle a little bit more. Like, I feel like there's this weird question mark about the city. Like, what happens in Seattle? Who's in Seattle? You know, I don't know if you guys heard, but some years ago, Justin Bieber was roaming around Pike Place. Nobody even knows because the city is so chill. Same thing with like Sam Smith. And it's like, you know, celebrities and athletes, they come here, but they're comfortable because no one's always running after them. We're just normal people out here.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up all the people here because you got some special guest stars coming on the show. Give us a little preview of who we might hear you talking to.
Oh my goodness, I have some athletes coming on. I don't want to say exactly who yet because those interviews are going to be this week. I'm working with Defy Wrestling. I don't know if everyone knows this, but I am a wrestling fanatic. And so, it's kind of bad, but I'm okay with that at this point in the game. And I'm going to have like different wrestlers on. We're going to have different artists on. We're going to have different people on that do theater. I'm going to work with some people in the ballet. Like, there's a lot of different people that will be on, but also, again, those hometown people that have these businesses and just do really dope things around the city, they're also going to be a huge part of it.
Yeah. And now you actually also, on top of everything else, did some really cool stuff with the Mariners. Tell us about that.
Yes, dude. So HBCU Swingman Classic is coming to town, I want to say on July 7th, and it's going to be over at T-Mobile Park. So I tapped in with my buddy Bookie Gates from Baseball Beyond Borders. We took over T-Mobile Park and recorded an entire commercial there about Swingman Classic. Like, it's going to be HBCU vibes, which I've personally never experienced, and I'm excited to not only experience, but for Seattle to experience.
Absolutely.
We need that.
That's amazing. Okay, so what can people expect about the very first episode? Because it's airing soon.
It is airing soon. So a lot of people always ask me what's happening in the city. So I'm definitely doing events to know about. The show that I do on Converge Media is called Rewind with Basa. So we wanted to put something in there about the rewind. So we'll be rewinding different things that happened in the city in June, like what happened on Juneteenth. I actually had an event over at Mopop on Juneteenth. We're also doing, I want to say, not Bubble and Brown Sugar. That was also earlier this month, so we'll be highlighting that. A lot of people don't realize, but it's a dance competition that's been happening at Garfield High School for years.
Oh,
like
cool.
The first one I went to, I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade.
Wow.
I'm 33 now, so it's been going on for years. And it really just highlights the love of dance within our high school students and within our community. It brings us together. I don't know if you guys know the song Swag and Surf, but we were definitely vibing out in there. I was able to be a judge. We'll do like some recaps on the BET Awards. I'm going to highlight a restaurant. Well, actually, it's called a cafe. It's a cafe called Creamy Cone Cafe on Rainier. South Rainier and by Rainier Beach High School. So it's going to be a really dope show and it's going to be very comfortable. People will also get to know me a little bit more because, like I said, people don't necessarily realize that I'm from here, but my journey in media really started in 2008 after I graduated high school. That was when I made my first entertainment blog. So
that's incredible.
Long time coming.
So started from the blog and now you're here.
Child, tell me about it.
I think we had Creamy Cone Cafe on our show too. They have really yummy ice cream.
Dude, they have a pudding ice cream.
Bread pudding?
Yes.
It was delicious.
Heaven.
Yes.
And I'm like, so I'll be back there very soon.
Wow, so you named so many incredible things that you're going to be featuring. What do you want people to take away from your show?
I want people to feel good from the show. You know, like there's so many shows out here that have so many negative vibes. There's so many crazy things that are happening in the world. I just want people to feel good when they watch the show. I want people to see the city in a different light. I want them to be like, man, I didn't even realize that that restaurant was down the street. Or I didn't even realize that this building was developed by someone that is actually a local real estate developer like Jebediah Gardner rather than just some big corporation. As I like to say, he is his corporation, you know? So I really want for people to feel good, feel inspired, and just, you know, fall in love with the city the way I have.
Wonderful. Okay, Basa, I know you're down for just about anything, okay? So we want to do some rapid fire questions with you. You ready?
Anything but eating, you know, cockroaches and
We will never make you do that.
That's not this show.
No,
okay?
it was grasshoppers. I was talking to Nick Brown about that.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I had some at the Mariners. And I was like, you know, I'm adventurous, but
Not that adventurous.
okay.
Same.
They were okay. All right. So, tacos or pizza?
What kind of pizza?
It's rapid fire, Basa.
Okay, pizza.
Okay. Favorite karaoke song?
Ooh, I don't do karaoke.
Why?
There are some things I don't need to do out loud in the shower.
Ooh, favorite restaurant in Western Washington?
Ooh, favorite restaurant? Let's go with Little Red's Catering and Takeout.
Oh, we've had them here too.
Yes.
They're amazing.
Okay.
Favorite Seahawks player?
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to say at this very moment, I don't have one because the team has changed so often. And so usually every single year I end up coming up with a new favorite player because
Okay.
sometimes it's like one of the new guys where I'm like, oh, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He was ready.
All
So
right.
TBD.
Awesome. Favorite Mariners player?
Ooh, Julio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
J-Rod. Favorite TV show?
WWE.
I love it. I love it. Okay, favorite wrestler though?
Ooh, we're gonna have to go with Bianca Belair.
Very
Ooh,
nice.
Favorite local coffee shop? There's so many to choose from.
Oh my God, why would you do that? You know what's funny? I'm going to say Boom Boona.
I haven't been there yet.
Pull up, they have one in the U district now.
Okay.
Wonderful. Okay, local beach hangout.
Ooh, you know what? I don't really go to the beach like that, but I am by Mohai a lot.
Nice.
I like to sit by the
water. Famous person you'd want to have dinner with?
Ooh. You know what? I would love to have dinner with Jay-Z. I have questions.
I have questions. Okay,
What would you ask
Yeah,
him?
what would you ask?
Man, all the mogul questions in the world, you know, like the industry secrets, you know, maneuvering. Me, I'm like, man, I get no sleep. How do you do it?
Yeah. And next concert you're going to?
Ooh, next concert, I'm definitely gonna have to go to the Drake concert.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, and Taylor Swift. Of course, I'll be there too.
Oh,
Us
yay!
too.
Great
I'll see you there.
answers.
You're on our vibe. I like
I
this.
love it.
I like to be all over the place. I'm pretty comfortable.
Oh, Basa, we love having you. And welcome, welcome. We're so excited for your new show. This is amazing.
Thank you.
You can catch it Saturday at 10:30 p.m. on Fox 13 and then Sundays at 10 a.m. on Fox 13 Plus, you know, depending whether you're a night person or a morning person. She's got you covered.
We got options.
Yeah.
We got options here. All right, coming up next, one American Airlines passenger got a whole plane to himself, and he didn't even have to pay for all the seats.
How this happened and what the flight crew did to make it an even cooler experience. Stay with us.
I wanna see you smile, take you another.
Hey, welcome back. One American Airlines passenger's flight got delayed for so long, he ended up being the only person on board when it eventually took off. So take a look at this. Thanks to bad weather, Phil Stringer's flight was delayed for 18 hours and it got pushed back 7 times. He waited it out and ended up being the only person other than the flight staff on this plane. So the flight crew even made a little light out of the situation.
No one was there except for the gate agent. And I looked at her, I was like, did you guys already board? Are you waiting on me? And she was like, no, honey. She said, you're the only passenger left in this airport.
Wow, what a unique experience. You know, I'm surprised this was American Airlines that they did this for him because in my experience, they have treated me the worst during a delay. And I like to the point that I do not even fly them anymore. Same thing with you.
Same.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that has just been my experience
Horrible.
over and over.
Horrible. I uncheck American Airlines now when I'm looking for flights because of how they robbed me of my birthday once. So we have not gotten over that
We
yet.
are mad. Okay, but you know what? Good for this guy. Although
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think that I could have, just like everybody else, that's a long time to wait it out. I don't think I could have done that.
Yeah, that's definitely a long time. One of the TikTok comments I was looking through said, imagine you're the only one and they still lost your luggage. And then Phil, this passenger, replied and said, they actually did. It almost took me an hour to find it.
No!
So he made it. He got the plane to himself. I mean, that's something you'll never forget.
Yeah, certainly. Wow. Okay, so we got to be real here. Okay, coffee, it helps us kickstart our day, certainly my day. What about you?
Oh, yeah.
Necessary, okay? But it might not be because of the caffeine. This is a weird one, okay? So experts say that it is more about the ritual and the experience of drinking coffee that helps you wake up. Okay, I don't know, but I think the caffeine helps, certainly. Apparently, though, there was a little bit of a study, and some people only took a caffeine pill that had the same amount as a cup of coffee. They didn't experience the same brain boost as those who sat down and drank their cup of coffee. So I know I have to have one right when I wake up. What about you?
So I do like hot water with lemon before. So I do
Okay.
have at least like a mug of water, not a full giant cup. I have a mug of water before I have my coffee, and then I'll have my coffee. But I have been, so I do like a little high intensity workout in the morning, even just for 15 minutes. I try. I
Sure.
feel like that gives me a really big brain boost. And I do try to do it a little bit without coffee, but then let me tell you, the energy is just there once I actually start sipping on coffee. So I'm not giving up my coffee anytime soon.
I know. I don't think I would either. But I will say, and this is something that's I've heard from other people is pretty weird that I do as a person who works odd hours.
Yeah.
I only drink 1 cup of coffee.
Ever? In the whole day?
In the whole day. Today, I was feeling a little tired, so I poured myself a second one. I took a sip and then just left it. Like I just...
Really?
Yeah. So I've really, I guess, trained myself just the 1 cup, but I do need it right away.
That's good, because then you probably don't feel really bad before you have your cup. Because I feel like the more caffeine I'm drinking, the more I desperately need it the next day.
Oh,
so it's good to keep it to a minimum. It's just so hard to do that. I feel so good when I drink coffee. All right, if you have a big summer trip planned, there might be a new solution to jet lag. And this is good news to me because your sweet tooth might help you. So people who ate chocolate during a long flight reported a better onboard nap and less fatigue after the flight. So you might consider packing a chocolate bar with you on your next trip. This is just the news I needed today.
Say less. Say less. Any excuse to have chocolate. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? That's great. I would try it because I was trying to think, and I don't know that I've had a lot of chocolate on a plane.
Yeah, it's not. I usually go for like more fruity, like chewy candy if I'm getting like Twizzlers or something like that if I'm going to be on an airplane. But sometimes, you know, I'll get home, I'll have my like little dinner meal that's always at like 3:30 p.m. or 4 o'clock because we work weird hours.
Sure.
And I'll have a few squares of chocolate afterward. And sometimes I will fall asleep. And it's happened like I would say 3 times recently that I'm thinking, it can't be the chocolate that's making me take a nap, right? Like, make this make sense to me?
Yeah.
Because I thought chocolate had a little bit of caffeine in it. Wouldn't it have the opposite effect?
Maybe your body's just so happy and at peace that you're like relaxed. You know what I mean?
I think it's that.
So, you know, as adults, maybe we would like to think that our days of doing math, they are behind us. However, that's not really always the case. I mean, we got regular adulting to do, you know, money management, taxes, and all of that, I know. But a new poll out of the UK found that about 1/3 of adults say that math actually gives them anxiety, okay? Most people say that they've stopped studying math in school. Sure, that makes sense. And then as soon as they were able to, they just never really saw it again. They don't want to deal with the math. So based on their skills today, a lot of these people saying that they think they have a 6th grade level of math.
Oh.
That's kind of low, y'all.
I mean, it makes sense though that people dislike math because I hate anything that makes me second guess like my abilities and skills. So math definitely makes you stress, especially when you're like out, you have to all split a check and work out the exact percentage of everything. It's so annoying. I'm one of those people, don't love math.
You know what, though? Not to throw shade at all of our math teachers everywhere, but we are carrying a calculator in our wallet. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, or in your purse,
or
in your pocket.
I feel like the lessons need to change to be like applicable math.
I like that.
Taxes, like splitting a check,
Ooh,
like these things that we deal with every single day, calculating how much you need to save to have compound interest working in your favor, things that will truly help you, not, you know, the Pythagorean theorem or whatever we did on
somebody got on this bus, then somebody got on this other bus.
Oh,
done.
Forget it.
All right, still ahead on Studio 13 Live, Corello is showing us how to make some of their homemade pastas.
Yes, plus we're going to take a look at their newly expanded outdoor patio. We'll be right back.
You know, there is just nothing like a fresh bowl of pasta, some great conversation, maybe a little bottle of wine. Well, Corello in Capitol Hill featuring amazing Italian food with their newly expanded outdoor patio. Perfect for summer.
Yes, and here to share one of their signature dishes, Chef Nathan Lockwood with Corello. Hi.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
This all sounds amazing. Tell us all about the restaurant and what kind of inspired the concept behind it.
Well, Corello's a great big restaurant. We opened it to welcome in all kinds of parties, big families, small gatherings. single diners out for a bowl of pasta and a glass of wine. We want it to be approachable for everybody and really highlight our handmade pasta, handmade burrata, great venue for our salumi, and large roasted meats and vegetable entrees for sharing.
There might have been some minor squealing when we walked in because all of this looks so delicious, but you're actually going to make something for us here. So let's get started. What are we doing?
All right, we're doing one of our favorite seasonal pastas as a roasted corn scarpinoche. We jump on this one every season as soon as corn becomes available, and we utilize corn through the end of the run and around in August or so, and we switch up the veggie pasta. And so as the dish changes through the seasons, we like to utilize a lot of the different herbs in the garden that pair really well with corn. The first thing that comes up is sage, and the sage blossoms. We like to use these first thing in the springtime.
This is a sage blossom?
This is a sage blossom, and this is
So
the
pretty.
sage leaf. So
Oh my gosh.
it's also been
not know that.
a great way for me to get the cooks to do a lot of my gardening work by removing the sage blossoms for me, so the sage can grow the leaves, which is what we planted it for.
Beautiful.
Key.
So we don't eat the blossoms then?
You do eat the blossom,
Oh,
and if
okay.
you would like to eat, it's actually really incredibly sweet.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay.
Let's
And
eat
so
this
we've
flower.
already used the blossoms from the sage to infuse this brown butter. We do that ahead of time, and then we'll.
Why don't people eat this more? This
I know.
is good.
Yeah.
It should be in
Tasty.
drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is quite often.
Yeah.
It is quite often. The bar program probably utilizes the garden almost more than we do in the kitchen.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, they really have a good time with it.
All right, what are we doing here?
So sweet corn scarpinoche is going into the water.
That's
And this
great.
is all egg yolk dough, handmade pasta, so very delicate, and it cooks really quickly. Maybe not the easiest for everybody to make the actual corn pasta at home, but all these flavors would pair well with the store-bought pasta, and you could substitute roasted corn and possibly mascarpone cheese and make your own kind of variation on all of these flavors.
And I think that's okay if we can't make it ourselves, because that's why we'll come visit
That's
you.
right. That's
And
right.
I hear you have an amazing restaurant space. You remodeled the outdoor patio. Give us the scoop on all that.
Yeah, the patio's remodeled. We seat about 35 people outside. The seating's right in the garden, so you're actually sitting under these blossoms, the lavender and the sage in particular.
Beautiful.
And you've got a garden kitchen.
The kitchen opens up right into the back garden.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lovely space.
I love that. Okay, you also offer a family-style 5-course menu that you can tailor to any dietary restriction, which I think is so cool. So what can people expect with that?
Well, we're looking largely at the first course and the second course for the feast for the table here. So we're starting off with our handmade burrata. We make burrata every morning, pull the fresh mozzarella, make the stracciatella filling with the cream and the mozzarella torn pieces.
How does one eat this? Do you put a fork in? Do you dip a bread in it? What do we do?
You can do
It's
either.
so
We're going to give you
beautiful.
focaccia and marinated olives at the first course. There's a burnt onion sauce under the plate there, and marinated strawberries,
yummy.
My gosh.
red endive.
I'm just gonna.
I love
I'm
it.
just gonna do this right now. I gotta
right.
taste it.
Now, while you're cooking, Carly here is going to tell us. What do we think? What do we think?
These flavors together, the strawberry, the burrata, the focaccia.
Can't go
I'm
wrong.
ordering this. This is so good.
Can't go wrong.
Perfect.
Oh, all right. We're throwing some corn in now.
Wow.
All right, so we have some roasted corn. Right now we're working with morel mushrooms. It's been a great run on morels this season, so
Yeah.
they're still going really strong. But this will transition over the course of the pardon me here.
Yes, of course.
Over the course of the season through chanterelle mushrooms and hen of the woods, and any mushroom that you can get your hands on is going to play pretty well with the corn and the earthy flavors.
All right. I'm going to try one of these little olives while you keep
Yes,
cooking.
please.
And you do something really cool too, which I've never heard of before, but will immediately be seeking out all the time. You don't just do a happy hour, you do a pasta hour.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Fill us in on this.
Two pasta hours a day.
2?
Yeah. So it's prime fine. So the first hour of service and the last hour of service every day.
Yeah.
$35 for a pasta trio. This is going to be one of the pastas this time of year.
Beautiful.
Always. And
That's a good deal. For 3 pastas?
it is a great deal
Yeah.
for 3 handmade pastas. It makes a
Yeah.
good light meal, or you can add on to it from the a la carte menu and
Yeah.
make design a meal of whatever you're looking for.
Yum.
Wonderful. Okay, so on
All
top
right.
of the, go ahead, please.
No, I'll plate. And
You'll plate. Okay, so yeah, while you're plating your delicious food that you make, you guys also, of course, make wonderful cocktails, mocktails, spirit flights, and of course, wine. Tell us about your
Absolutely.
drink menu.
Well, it's all of those things. Focusing on Italian wines and natural wines. We have a modest selection of local wines as well, mostly Pacific Northwest for the domestic wines. And cocktail program, artisan cocktails, focusing on, well, it's really all over the board. They do wonderful work in the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Can we try? Is it
Yeah,
time?
absolutely. Okay, well, let's talk about garnishes. So
yes,
in the recipe that we posted with, I gave you a lot of options as we're moving from the sage blossoms that we tried earlier and then into the lavender, which is coming up next in the transition right now. I usually garnish this with beet powder.
Beet powder. That's so interesting.
Dehydrated
color.
beets bring out the earthiness of the corn and the morel mushrooms. And the pine nuts here are going to do a similar,
Pine nuts are so fancy.
situation.
Yeah.
We gave you in the recipe Parmesan Reggiano, but this is a grilled ricotta salata. And this is what we're working with right now.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm so happy
You're
right now.
blowing my mind with these ingredients.
And then finally we're going to bring out the beet powder with a little bit of the rose petals and the balsamico. And now it's ready for you.
This is the most beautiful pasta ever.
Beautiful. I see one of our producers, Rio, eyeballing us right now. Like, don't eat it all. I have to take a picture of it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. This is fantastic.
What do you like about it?
It's such a medley of flavors. So many different flavors. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This was absolutely delightful. You a fan? So good.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We've, of course, posted this beautiful recipe that you've been referencing and more information on the restaurant Corello on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you have a restaurant or bar you want us to feature on the show, be sure to let us know. Send us an email, studio13live@fox.com. And one last very important reminder, don't forget, because Studio 13 Live is taking the show on the road to Puyallup tomorrow for the Taste Northwest Food Festival. We're going to be running around trying a bunch of unique foods.
Yeah, and then afterwards you can stop by, meet us, say hello, give us a little high five from 11:30 to 12:30. Totally free to get into the festival, by the way, and we really hope to see you there.
Have a good day.
Take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make